Welcome back. Once again, we're revisiting unforgettable movie locations, places that have since been demolished, rebuilt, or simply vanished. Let's see what's left and what's gone forever. Please go and check out the original website in the description. The Lost Boys. In Santa Cruz, California, the Welcome to Santa Carla billboard was a film prop. It was removed and replaced by a surfer statue in 1992. Children of the Corn, 1984. In Holly Springs, Iowa, the church exterior was torn down after 1990. Only a small shed from the scene still survives nearby. Deadly Blessing. In Ennis, Texas, the Terra Theater stood here until a 1992 storm collapse. The building was demolished soon after, permanently removing this filming location. Stand By Me. In Eugene, Oregon, the railroad tracks were fake. After filming, nothing remained, revealing the location never had tracks at all. Blue Velvet. In Wilmington, North Carolina, Jeffrey's discovery scene was filmed on open land. The area is now a developed rugby field, erasing the original setting. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. In Scottsdale, Arizona, the Old West scenes stood at Carefree Studios. The set was demolished in 1999 and replaced by a private golf course. The Sandlot. In Salt Lake City, Utah, the Sandlot field still exists but is fully enclosed by homes. Access is restricted, and the filming location is effectively unreachable. Rocky. In Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the Lucky 7 Tavern exterior was torn down in the 1980s. The location no longer exists, with only the bridge backdrop remaining. Evil Dead 2: Dead by Dawn. In Lylesville, North Carolina, the ending castle was a temporary facade at the Bonsall Pits. The set was removed, leaving only the altered landscape. Friday the 13th, 1980. In Blairstown, New Jersey, Annie's walk crossed bridges and streets later altered. Gas pumps and original details seen in the film are gone. Pet Cemetery. In Ellsworth, Maine, the Pet Cemetery site was heavily dressed for film. With props removed, the woods are now nearly unrecognizable. Can't Buy Me Love. In Tucson, Arizona, the airplane graveyard wall still stands, but the dumpster beside it is gone. The overlook angle no longer matches the film's view. Deadly Blessing. In Waxahachie, Texas, the Schmidt farmhouse and barn stood on Old Maypearl Road. Both were demolished in 2019 and replaced by housing. Breakdown. In southern Nevada, this desert roadside view once framed Brackett. The area has changed, with road access and surroundings altered over time. Halloween, 2018. In Charleston, South Carolina, scenes were filmed at Magnolia Cemetery. Judith Meyer's grave marker was removed and no longer exists at the site. The Place Beyond the Pines. In Scotia, New York, the Dairy Circus burned down in 2016. The original structure used in the film no longer exists. Escape from Alcatraz. In San Francisco, California, Alcatraz Dining Hall once held the prison tables seen on film. Those interior features were later removed, altering the setting. Deliverance. In Mountain City, Georgia, the Colonial Lodge once stood at this highway junction. Demolished in the 1980s, only photographs preserve the location today. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. In Scottsdale, Arizona, San Dimas High School was filmed at Coronado High. Most of the campus was demolished in 2005 and completely rebuilt. Rain Man. In Blue Diamond, Nevada, the Zia Laundry was built solely for the film. It was removed after filming, and a house now stands nearby. Sleepwalkers. In Beverly Hills, California, the cemetery gates at Franklin Canyon were removed. The recognizable entrance seen in the film no longer exists. Scream, 1996. In Santa Rosa, California, the Bradley Video Store building still stands, but it sits vacant, stripped of all signs of its movie-era identity. Silver Bullet. In Wilmington, North Carolina, the Coslaw House filming location was cleared. The residential area was replaced entirely by modern commercial shops. Casino. In Las Vegas, Nevada, the Glass Pool Inn stood along the Strip. It was demolished in 2004, permanently removing this famous movie location. Children of the Corn, 1984. In Mobile, Iowa, Joseph's escape and the final barn stood on a farm along Grundy Avenue. All barns and cornfield sets were removed in the 1990s. Dazed and Confused. In Austin, Texas, the Emporium storefront on North Lamar once anchored the scene. The original business is gone, leaving a changed commercial site. Cyborg. In Navassa, North Carolina, the pirate fight took place at the former Cape Fear meatpacking plant. The abandoned complex was demolished in 2013. From Dusk Till Dawn. In Victorville, California, Emma and Pete's Gravy Train stood along I-15. The roadside structure was demolished in 2012, erasing the location. Deadly Blessing. In Bardwell, Texas, Boswell's service station once anchored this corner. While altered remnants exist, the original market setting was demolished and changed forever. The outlaw Josie Wales. In rural Utah near Smoky Mountain Road, the ransacked settlement was a temporary set. Nothing remains at the filming location today. In the Army Now. In Agua Dulce, California, scenes were filmed at Vasquez Rocks. While the landscape remains, specific movie staging elements are gone. The Amityville Horror, 1979. In Toms River, New Jersey, the Witch's Brew Bar appeared along Water Street. The original building is gone, replaced by offices that erase the filming site. At close range. In Franklin, Tennessee, the Whitewood House once stood near Margin Street. Demolished decades ago, the lot is now overgrown with almost nothing left. A Nightmare on Elm Street, 2010. In Chicago, Illinois, Powell's Bookstore stood on North Lincoln Avenue. The building was demolished and a new structure now occupies the site. Silver Bullet. In Wilmington, North Carolina, Tammy's house once stood along Castle Hayne Road. The structure was removed and the area has been redeveloped. Stagecoach, 1939. Near Kayenta, Arizona, the dirt road used beneath Agathla Peak has vanished, leaving no trace of the original filming route. Bullet. In San Francisco, California, the Daniels Hotel stood beside the Embarcadero Freeway. Both were destroyed after the 1989 earthquake and removed by 1991. Blue Velvet. In Wilmington, North Carolina, the Slow Club building still stands, but the iconic nightclub is gone, replaced by a different bar with no film identity. Candyman. In Chicago, Illinois, this bathroom attack scene was filmed near Hudson Avenue. The street remains, but the skyline behind it has changed completely. Easy Rider. Near Needles, California, the riders crossed the Colorado River on I-40. The adjacent Red Rock Bridge, built in 1890, was dismantled in 1976. Freddy vs. Jason. In Anmore, British Columbia, Camp Crystal Lake cabins were built at Bunsen Lake. All structures were dismantled after filming ended. Raising Arizona. In Apache Junction, Arizona, this dirt road was once open when the biker from hell rode past the Superstition Mountains. Barriers and overgrowth have erased it. Back to the Future Part 3. In Oxnard, California, this intersection briefly featured a traffic light built only for filming. It was removed after production, restoring the street. Friday Night Lights. In Austin, Texas, Ray's BBQ once stood on Monsanto Drive. The restaurant closed and the location now serves an entirely different purpose. Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. In Sylmar, California, the hospital exterior was Pacoima Lutheran Medical Center. It was demolished in the 1980s, and housing now occupies the site. Hoosiers. In Crawfordsville, Indiana, Cletus Summers' home still stands, but the garage and barn seen in the film collapsed years ago and are now gone. Legion. In rural New Mexico near Corona, the Paradise Falls Diner was a full movie set. It was dismantled after filming, leaving empty wilderness behind. Office space. In Dallas, Texas, the opening freeway scene was filmed on the LBJ freeway. Surrounding roadways and traffic patterns have since changed. Roadhouse. In Anaheim, California, the bandstand stood on South Manchester Avenue. It was demolished in 2015, leaving an empty lot where the bar once appeared.